Hey there everyone, so today I'm going to show you the most easiest and simplest basic skateboarding tricks possible. These are the tricks that you can do without even needing to learn how to ollie or need a pop. So these are super easy. I've had 6-year-olds and even 4-year-olds do these tricks, and they normally get them within a few tries, within like 5-10 minutes. So these are probably the most easiest tricks, and I'm going to show you guys which ones I think are the easiest in my mind. Alright, so this is the first trick that most people actually learn to do. It's one of the easiest tricks. Anybody can actually do it. All it involves is you rolling your board back, like so, putting your feet underneath where the trucks are, and all you're going to do is jump up and a little bit forward while lifting up your feet. It's super simple. You can try it just by lifting up your one foot like that, and that's basically all you're going to do is this, but while jumping up with both feet. So like that, and that's called the flip over. It's one of the easiest and simplest tricks that anyone can do. It's like the first trick that you can do is just flip over. So simple, so easy. Try it. So here's a different view of the flip over. Like I said, you're going to flip that board over, have your feet where those trucks are, and you're going to jump up while flipping the board and going forward. So like so. Bam. Boom, look at that. So the flip over is probably one of the easiest tricks you can learn. You don't even need to learn how to pop or ollie. And what you can do is after you learn to do the flip over is you can add a sex change, which is a body varial. So then you just kind of jump up, same concept, but then you're just going to do a body varial, which is just you doing a 180 with your body. So to practice, you could just jump up and go like this, depending which way you're going to spin, front side or back side. So you're going to put your feet underneath like so. You're going to jump up and turn like that. Boom, look at that. Flip over, sex change, or flip over, body varial. And you can do it either way, depending which way you want to spin your body. And that's another step that you can do to the flip over, which is a really easy trick for beginners. Alright, so the next trick would be, to me, would be a hippie jump, which is super easy. It's like an ollie, but you are doing the ollie while your board stays on the ground. So all you're going to do is just stand on the board, put your feet on the bolts, nice and solid, and all you're going to do is jump up with your legs up, kind of just in a straight one spot motion, not forward, not backward, not any other direction, but up. So all you're going to do is just jump up like that, and that's a hippie jump. That's all a hippie jump is just jumping up in the air like that. And you can do it while moving, and normally you're supposed to do it over an obstacle. So your board would go under an obstacle, you would go over the obstacle, and the board would go under. So that's the hippie jump. Really easy to learn, super simple. Kids can get that down really quick. And there's other variations of the hippie jump, which are kind of like different tricks, which are really easy to learn as well. So after you learn the hippie jump, the next variation would be a heel clicker, which is like a hippie jump involving a heel clicker. Super simple, super easy. Anyone can do it once you're balanced down on a skateboard. Literally just put your feet in the hippie jump position, right on the bolts, and all you're going to do is just jump up and tap your feet together. Like so. You know, you can practice it first on the ground by jumping up, clicking those heels, and then move on to the skateboard where you're just going to jump up and do a little heel clicker. And you can do it while moving as well, and it's a lot of fun. You can actually try to challenge yourself to do 2 heel clickers. You can even try to challenge yourself to do 3 heel clickers. I'll try to do a double right now. So a double heel clicker. Oh, a double! But yeah, you guys get the gist of that. And this is like the third variation of a hippie jump, which is just like a sex change or a body varial. And that's all it is just you doing basically a hippie jump with a 180. So you can either do it either front side or back side. So all you're going to do is just lift up and just kind of do a 180 with your body. Just kind of do it with your legs. You just practice it, going back and forth, and then you can start doing it while moving. Just like you go back and forth, practice it. You can go the same direction, go back the other way. But once you get it, and that's an easy trick. Sex change, body varial, super easy to do, and eventually you can do other tricks out of that, like the heel clicker, body varial, and just endless possibilities with skateboarding. Alright, so this isn't really a trick, but I guess some people do consider it a trick. But the next trick I would say that would be really easy to learn for any beginner is just straight up picking up your board. You gotta learn how to pick up your board. You don't want to be constantly having to get down and pick it up and look like that person, you know, at the skate park. You want to be able to pop it up with style, make it look good, nice and easy. And that's really simple to do. All you're doing is putting your back foot on the tail, you're popping down kind of towards yourself with a lot of pop. Like you can do it like a little bit, but it's not gonna pop up. You gotta do it with enough force that's gonna pop up, but not too much that's gonna fling up and hit you in the face or something. And you're also gonna wanna put your hand like so it pops up into your hand. And that's the pickup. And that's, I guess some people consider that a trick, others don't. I don't know. But you gotta learn how to do that regardless. Alright, so now that you know how to pick up your board like so, I know it's not really a trick, but the same concept is the nose pickup. And that's where you're skating along, you get off, and you pop up the board using the nose of the board, the back of you like so, and then you grab it and continue going. What's really cool about that one is you could be going really, really fast, and then you just jump off your board, pop it up, and kind of keep walking. That's one thing I like about the nose pickup, that you can be cruising, pop up, and just kind of keep cruising with it. You know, just keep that flow and that momentum. It just looks really cool, really nice style. I like that. And yeah, it's not really a trick, but you gotta learn it anyway, so I thought I'd add it to it. It's kind of like a basic beginner thing before you learn how to do ollies and get into other more advanced tricks. Then this is another thing that anybody just starting to learn to skateboard has to master and get down and get very comfortable doing. And it's super simple, and all it is a tail stomp or tail drag or whatever you want to call it. And that's just you leaning backwards and putting the tail down. Simple, easy trick, gotta learn that, because that's the fundamentals on how to get into ollies, manuals, pivots, 180s, all sorts of different tricks. It all starts off with that lean back to that tail. And what's cool about that is you can do other tricks with that tail. There's so many combinations you can do by stalling in that, especially with freestyle. Like here's another easy trick out of the tail stall you can do, which is kind of freestyle. It's called the Irish jig. And all you're doing is just kind of jumping forward, grabbing the tail, you know, doing that. You can also kind of jump forward, grab it, go back from holding it, do the 1 foot, do a foot over there. You know, there's endless possibilities with that. And once you get really good with it, then you can just pop up, go like so, and to get out of it, you put your foot underneath, and this is more advanced for another video, but then you just learn how to flip and get out of it. I didn't land it, but you guys get the gist of it, so you guys are gonna have to learn to do that. Another easy, simple trick, popping on that, go, and while I'm at it, you can also do that with your nose. Get used to that. You're gonna be using that all the time in skateboarding. Ollies, everything. Get used to going forward and getting used to going back. Or forward back, you know what I mean? Alright, so the next trick I think that beginners usually kind of learn to start off before ollies and stuff like that, and some people are going to say this is a little bit harder than most tricks, but you know what? I think this is actually really easy, and a lot of starter kids should learn this. And all it is it's a 90 degree. So like I said, you got to get used to doing that tail, because when you want to do a spin, 90 degree, all it is just that, lifting up while turning your shoulders and your hips towards where you want to go, and just lifting it up a tiny bit. Literally, you can just go like this towards where you want to go, lift up, and it's automatically going to go. It is super easy. 90 degree turns, fundamental of the skateboard tricks. And that's, you know, you've got to learn that to get your TicTacs. And the next trick, which is I was going to state, is going from a 90 to a 180. And it's the same concept. Just kind of turn your shoulders, lift up and go with it. And mind you, I am kind of limited for space, but yeah, it's just really simple. You just kind of turn with it, lift up, and boom, 180. And then back, 180. Practice those. You're just going to have to get those 180s down so you can learn pivots, other tricks, and then eventually, which is more advanced, but obviously a 360. Like so. The next simplest trick, I think, is when you get your 90 degree turns, just from skateboarding, not even like a full 90, but just like a kind of like of a 25 degree turn like this. Then you can start to learn how to do TicTacs, which is another really easy trick. And all that involves is you going back and forth. So like there's a starting position, and you go over to the left, and not to the starting position, but over the starting position. And while you're doing that, you're going to be going back and forth with your shoulders and your hips. And all it does, the TicTac, is literally just like this. Super easy. Look at that. Tic-tacking, guys. Tic-tac. Look at that. Tic-tac. Super easy. You gotta learn how to do these 90s and 25 turns. It'll help you get better at skateboarding, help you with your balance, help you turn faster, and maneuver a lot quicker. So, the tic-tac. Patty whack, give your dog a bone. Like I said, this is probably the easiest and simplest steps to learn how to skateboard. And you know, you're gonna be like, well, tail drag, whatever, it's kind of lame. But then that's how you learn your 90s, your tic-tacs, you get comfortable. And then the next trick you can learn, which is really easy, is the crab walk, which I also call the kitten walk because one of my students is a girl and she loves cats, so it was good to call it the cat walk because then she really loved it and loves doing it. So all you're doing is leaning back and doing like a little bit of a 25 turn. You're gonna lean forward on the nose and walk. So all you're doing is literally like what it's called, the crab walk. And you're walking forward like a crab walk, or cat walk. And once you get good with that, do it backwards. You know, that's all what skateboarding is about. It's progressing, practicing, getting better, being more comfortable with your skateboard, your balance, yourself. And eventually, when you get really good at crab walks, you're gonna be like, and you can like do them all over, and that's where all these pivots and everything comes in handy with skateboarding. And that's where I stress it. Practice, practice, practice. So go out, practice these. That's the crab walk. By practicing your crab walks and all that other stuff that I just showed you, you then can learn pivots. And pivots, you can either do standing still or moving. You prefer to do them moving. And what you're gonna do is lean on the front of the nose, lift a tiny bit of the back, and then kind of 180. So all a pivot is like that. So that's why you want to practice your 180s, your 90s, so then you get used to pivoting. And that comes like really handy anytime you're skating, because you'll be skating, pivot, pivot, pivot. Like you can pivot and do tricks, you know, and it looks cool. Pivoting makes you look like a ballerina on a skateboard. I know saying a pivot looks like a ballerina on a skateboard isn't cool, but you know, pivots help out a lot, because if you're like in fakie or switch and you don't want to be in that, boom, switch into a pivot and you're back into your regular stance. So pivots are sweet, even if you look like a ballerina. Alright, this is probably another really easy trick to learn just to get started off, so you can kind of get used to, you know, before you do your ollies. And all it is a caveman. You grab your nose and you can start off by putting your board down like that and then just jumping up. So you do like baby steps, you know, you kind of work into it. So you kind of just put your board down and jump up. And you'll do that a few times to get used to it. And then once you get used to that, then you can try to bring your board up a bit and drop it like so until you get a full caveman, which involves you jumping up in the air and putting your board underneath your feet. Most people will chuck their boards down, kind of like that, and then do it. But I find the best cavemans, the good looking cavemans, are where they jump up and the board sucks underneath the feet. So I'll try one like this. So a suction. Like that. Did you see the difference there? Like I kind of scooped it back under. So that's what you want to practice doing, is bringing it under your feet. Like even when you're running and stuff like that, you can chuck it in front of you, but there's more control, and you have more control and comfortable by just kind of bringing it under like that. And always don't forget, bend your knees when you land. Helps out a big time. This is another super easy trick that anyone can learn. It's similar to a flip over, but it's a Casper. And literally, like, you can start off by flipping your board over on the ground like that. And then what you do is you put your front foot underneath, your back foot on, and you're gonna get used to, you can either do it forward, so like a flip over Casper, like so. So you're literally doing the exact same thing as a flip over, but you're putting that back foot on the tail so it looks like a Casper. And it's a flip over, same concept. Or when you get more comfortable with it, you can start off with your feet like that, and what you're gonna do is lift up with that foot while scooping back with this one. It's a little bit more advanced than just a regular Casper flip over, but I have faith in all of you, and all it is just like that. Sorry, I am not really doing good on the Casper. My big toe is actually all swollen and bruised. But anyways, what you're gonna do then to get actually into the Casper without putting it there yourself is your front foot you're gonna put right on the edge of the board, and you're kind of gonna like lift up with your back foot and let it roll over like so. I'll try to show you guys another angle of that. Kind of like this, your front foot, and you're just gonna lift up ever so lightly with your back foot and let it roll over onto the front. And then boom, you're into Casper. Look at that. Flip over, Casper. Or, like I said, advanced Casper, where you flip over and do like a Variel out of it. So this is kind of a circus trick, kind of silly, but at the same time it's actually really cool and really hard. And some people actually kind of, you know, underappreciate how difficult it is, even myself sometimes. And all it is just when you're cruising, you're gonna bring that back foot over to the front and you're gonna be cross-legged. And that's all it is cross-legged skateboarding. So you're just gonna practice in one spot, bringing that back foot forward to the front over the bolts, like so. And once you get comfortable with that, then you can move it into moving. So I'm limited on space, but you're gonna be moving, while you're moving, cross-leg, and back. And mind you, you need your balance for this. And I actually had a 6-year-old girl do that trick better than I can. So that just shows you that, you know, everybody has stuff that they're good at, other people have other things they're good at. You know, just keep practicing and skating and you'll find what you're good at, what tricks you love to do and what are easy to you and just awesome. So that's just one little quick thing, you know, just a little crossover. That's all it is, crossover. Just cross legs. So this trick is called the old school Ollie, aka cannonball Ollie. And there's a reason why we call it that, and it kind of gives it name as soon as you do it. You're like, oh, cannonball, okay, I see why. And like, yeah, literally you just grab your nose and tail and lift up. Mind you, I got a big belly in front of me, so it's hard for me to do it. But yeah, all you're doing is going down, grabbing it, and you're gonna like lift up with your body and your arms at the same time. So you're gonna try to jump and just, and that's all it is. It might not look like I'm getting air, but I actually am getting some air off the ground. And that's the cannonball Ollie, old school Ollie. You can do it while moving, you can do it in one spot, and you can do it downstairs and off of ramps and all sorts of cool stuff. So you gotta learn these basic tricks, and then you can, you know, expand them into new horizons and new obstacles and stuff. It's really cool. That's one thing I love about skateboarding. And then you can combine everything, and you can do this with that and this and that, and it's just endless possibilities. So those are some of the basic, easiest starter tricks that I can think of before you even learn how to Ollie, just to get comfortable with your skateboard. Anyone can actually just go out and do these. You can learn them in a day. If I missed anything or did anything wrong, let me know in the comments below. You know, mention if there's any other easier tricks, or if you learned how to do these tricks or whatnot. Just comment down below, give me some suggestions, let me know. I always appreciate the help, the feedback, and all that. So yeah, no, that's what I think are the easiest, simplest tricks that anybody skateboarding should learn. And once you actually practice everyone individually and get them mastered, or at least somewhat down, then you can combine them all and do like pivots and 180s, and then you can add all your different old school tricks to it with cannonballs and stuff like that. And you know, it looks really cool. It makes you actually look like you know how to skateboard. And it's really basic stuff, but it looks really cool, and I'll show you guys an example. What am I going to do? And you just combine them all. So you start off Caveman right off the bat, and then you go, oh, check this out, pivot, then you stop with the 90, and then you work up with the crab walk. Look at this guy with the crab walk. Oh, check it out, crab walk backwards. Oh, skills. Knees. Then you can come to a stop, tail drag. Look at this, Irish chick. Irish chick. Yeah, you land it. And you're like, okay, cool, get this guys. I'm the next Rodney Mullen. And you kind of roll over, go into Casper. Maybe you have it flip over, maybe you don't. And then you just go boom, land it. And you're like, oh my god. And everyone just goes crazy. And then you're like, okay guys, I got something else up my sleeve. And they're like, what's this? What's this? What does he have up his sleeve now? Or her? And you go, check this out. Old school cannonball Ollie. So while you're moving, you lift it up, and everyone just goes crazy because you've never seen it before because it's so old school. And like, you guys get the gist of it. You just combine them all together, get used to it, get better at it, you learn all these tricks. You know, you're cruising, you're going cross-legged, you're doing all these tricks that nobody's ever seen before and don't even know how to do. And you're like, oh, you know the flip over? I can do it with a 180. And you're like, you know what? That's for babies. I got a heel clicker, or even a body grab heel clicker, and you just go crazy with it. That's the whole point of skateboarding, guys. Just go out, have fun, practice, do tricks, combine them all, just have fun, be creative, experiment, and don't let anyone else out there tell you what tricks to do, how to do them. Just do them how you feel comfortable, because everyone learns differently. Everyone has their own, style and their way of learning and dealing with tricks, so just keep that in mind. So maybe there's a certain way I do it, might work for you, maybe it won't work for somebody else. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Anyways, I'm gonna get going. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. If you want some more trick tutorials, let me know down below. If you want me to go in more depth about these tricks individually, let me know. I can do videos of that as well. Anyways, please subscribe, like this video, comment down below. Thank you, everyone. Love you all so much. Peace out.